Good morning and good evening. My name is Alex. I'm the product owner.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh, the software dev, and this is tech stuff we make decisions on every day. So, Alex, vibe coding. You as a product manager and myself as a software dev, vibe coding is the latest craze, and I'm telling you, it is awesome, super efficient. But there's this overall overwhelming agreement in the industry that, oh my God, it's leading to so many bugs because the work's just being done that's not quite good. So I'm a huge fan of vibe coding, but I find myself get frustrated because I'm vibe coding and the agent's not doing what I say, and I'm getting frustrated with the bot. Like, just do it better. You're wrong, And that's the moment where I have to stop and pause and think critically to myself and go, no more agent, back to myself. So developers actually, they're not wasting their time, but what they're realizing is it's like, I'm getting a lot of value, but I'm also not. As a product manager, how do you see the vibe coding phenomenon used across your team? And should there be like a rule on how much you should or shouldn't use?
I've got to say, for someone like myself who isn't technically capable of coding, it has unlocked a huge amount of potential for me because there is absolutely nothing artistic in these fists of meat. Trust me. The only thing I can do is be a keyboard warrior and type out my ideas. But when it comes to drawing what a UX might look like or going through a flow of an experience, I'm never good until I've put my hands on it and gone, okay, now I know what I do and what I don't like and what works and what doesn't. It's unlocked a huge amount for me because I can write my 70 incredibly detailed user stories and then I can vibe code a prototype in 15, 20 minutes. So then I can actually go and sense check it myself. And it's probably the best thing for my own creativity because then I can see what it looks like. I can fact check myself. I can take something to a customer or to a stakeholder and go, this is what it might look and feel like. And I love that because it gives me more control earlier in the process. But my devs hate it because I come to them with an expectation about how little time it took me to get to something that, you know what, probably isn't secure and probably have some bugs and doesn't fit with our design library and uses unsupported packages. Yes, I know all these things, but at the end of the day, I've now seen how easily I've gotten from 0 to 80%. And so, you know what? Maybe it's made the team more angry at me. You never know.
They're more angry at you. Never before. So the barrier to entry is so low for non-technical people because of vibe coding. The proof of concepts can, like you said, for someone non-technical, non-coding, can be done in minutes. But then when you hand it over to your senior developer, they roll their eyes and say, it doesn't fit with our framework, it doesn't fit with our architecture. This is just bin worthy, it's trash worthy. But then when they go to do the work, they should vibe code. They should be able to get value about doing small little discrete changes. Instead of writing the types yourself, use AI to do the types. So in the actual implementation world, full apps is not helpful with vibe coding, but discrete bits of code, types, tests is super helpful.
Well, that's interesting that you speak about it from an accomplished senior developer perspective. You look at it for the small iterations and things like that, and the little bit of assistance. Where myself, who doesn't code at all, I look at it for the really big lift and shift, the first 80% to realize value. It's interesting how we kind of differentiate there. I'm obviously never allowed to commit any of that kind of stuff to production, and you're obviously using it to help you get closer to production. It's a bit like maybe there should be a test for being able to vibe code in the first place. You can vibe code the first 80% without a test, but to vibe code the last 20%, you need to pass a test.
Yeah, that's true. Well, there's a vibe code switch. You know, the product manager vibe code switch and the senior vibe code switch, and the AI agent just knows what sort of code to output. Yeah, of course.
I'm sure it knows enough about me by now. So,
It's coming for you, Alex. It's coming for you. Okay, so Alex, vibe. How did you get started on your vibe coding journey?
well, to be honest, it was pretty reckless. I went to my personal computer. Um, I downloaded VS Code. I opened up a YouTube tutorial about how to install all these Python packages and the Copilot extension. Do I know what any of it does? No. I even had to watch a YouTube video clip of how to use the VS Code, the GUI. I had no idea what any of these different things mean,
Oh,
the
scary
environments and things like
times.
that.
Product manager
Absolutely.
downloading VS Code.
And this is one of those things, you can do it on your own personal device. I just thought I'd start off with a super simple app. Back in the day when I was at university, my first ever code that I wrote was, of course, the Hello World. I am that old, but this time around I thought, you know what, I'll do a quick calculator application to see how I could go about doing it. And honestly, I think from my first prompt to my first prototype was 10 minutes. And I think I stayed up until about 2 a.m. just absolutely amazed at what I could do.
Wow, so quickly the hello world, concept turns not hello world anymore, it turns into space computer so quickly.
Um, so, Josh, what was your first experience with vibe coding?
Oh, so as a developer of 10 years or so, right, where you're always opening Stack Overflow, GitHub to see your samples, this kind of thing. This has been my world for 10 years. And then I heard about this vibe coding, so I tried Cursor, downloaded it. The agent window came up. It's like, I knew about ChatGPT, but it's time to try what this vibe coding thing is. Typed a prompt, and then boom, completed the entire React component, the types, the IntelliSense to create the state variables. It knows the variable naming convention that I like because it's reading the file. This is mind blowing. This is
I wish
like,
I knew what
I'm
any of those things were.
I'm going to be a super engineer because this is just completely changed. And I was just thinking, it's only going to be a matter of time to 5 years where software development as we know it has changed forever because of vibe coding.
Wow. And how long ago was that?
This was probably 6 months ago, I would say. This was when I first tried vibe coding, it was about 6 months ago. And the scariest part? I don't think I can do it without my Copilot vibe coding agent anymore. I used to sit on an airplane and write tests and do little bits and pieces and change the styles. Obviously, there's no internet, right, on an airplane. And then I was on the plane the other day and I opened the laptop and I tried to do it. I was like, oh, no AI agent. I can't do my work anymore. Isn't that a scary thought?
It's a bit like we all used to drive manual cars, and now we all just drive auto cars. Is a manual car in certain situations still better? Yes. Is it good to have that skill? Yes. When you're stuck in traffic, are you glad that you don't have to step on the clutch all the time? Also, yes.
Hell yes. Yeah. So it's completely revolutionized tech teams, software development, your work too, as you've explained. So all positives.
Okay. Is there anyone you believe shouldn't be vibe coding?
My first mind was going juniors because they need to know the fundamentals. But then I've actually thought of this thing where no, juniors obviously they can't, they have to use it. They have to be able to keep up with the times. So what's going to happen is the test will move from do you know CSS to who's the best at implementing this and who's the best at providing real value the fastest.
Mhm.
So actually, I don't think there should be anyone that doesn't use an AI agent because the reality is every discipline, product, senior, junior, will use it just to be to output more value faster. It's just that the test will change, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So is the new test for from junior to senior not coding skills or how much you can output or something like that? Is it how you understand the user's ultimate value?
That's true. It's not speed to market, it's value to market. And it's the same. So this is what businesses and companies are thinking about because it's so easy to build a startup overnight. But is it valuable? Was your calculator app valuable? That you prompted, in a few hours. So same with an employee. It's are they providing value?
Mhm.
That's the test.